Space exploration is the worst, is what Emily Calandrelli thinks. Space exploration is useless when we have so many problems here on Earth, like poverty, starvation, and global warming. Why should we be spending over $18 billion on space exploration and the technology when we could be using this money on solving our problems on Earth? Emily Calandrelli uses sarcasm, ethical, and logical examples to show how space exploration is good for us, and I agree. Calandrelli uses sarcasm to create a light tone, making the argument funny and persuasive when the audience notices that she is being sarcastic. The government has decreased NASA's budget by $300 million than the following year, so NASA provides less data on our Earth and global warming. Calandrelli uses this sarcasm to show how unrealistic the government is being on the development of technology that could help us learn more about the Earth and global warming. Sarcasm is used throughout the whole speech to show how unrealistic and unreasonable people are when they state that space exploration is useless when we have problems on Earth. It has obviously impacted us greatly. Calandrelli also uses logical examples to show how space exploration could help people on Earth. She states that millions of people in third world countries have no access to the internet, which is almost half of the world. OneWeb is a company that wants to launch hundreds of satellites into space that could provide the internet to the whole world anywhere on Earth. Great minds like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Richard Branson are all invested in this space exploration using their minds and their money to help make space exploration accessible and easier to achieve. The desire to explore space has given it an opportunity to help everyone on Earth. As Calandrelli states, almost half the world doesn't have access to the internet. The company OneWeb wants to do that by launching hundreds of satellites into space that could provide wireless internet to the whole world. The way OneWeb wants to help people living on Earth get access to the internet is not possible without space exploration and space rockets, which is necessary to send satellites into orbit around the Earth. With launching satellites into orbit, it often leads to danger and precaution, as Calandrelli states. Space exploration is dangerous, as we are putting people on a controlled bomb to the lowest bidder, comparing rockets to bombs in order to convey the dangerous nature of rockets. Space exploration is very dangerous, but with the great minds behind Tesla, Virgin Mobile, and Amazon, the people who are all set on making space exploration the safest it can be in order to get information on the universe and the Earth. Many inventions that were used in space rockets and space exploration have made an impact on the technology used on Earth. For example, water filters and cordless tools were first used in space, but are now used everywhere. I agree with Emily Calandrelli, as space exploration has brought lots of advantages to not only understanding the universe we live in, but also help us understand the beautiful Earth we live on. NASA provides us with more data every year that pertains to the Earth and the universe. The data we gain on Earth could allow us to decrease carbon emissions that humans produce every day. How might we do that, you may ask? Well, NASA has done experiments and research on extremely high temperatures that are experienced during the launch and re-entry of spacecrafts. The data collected has allowed us to better understand how materials and elements interact when under extreme conditions. This data was then used to build a tower with mirrors to focus sunlight on salt. The evaporation of the salt then creates steam that then turns a wind turbine. The energy produced is clean and efficient that could power a whole city with one power plant. If the technology could be mass produced, it could help people living in third world countries with no power access to power with less money. As Calandrelli talks about OneWeb wanting to launch satellites into orbit that would allow access to the internet anywhere on Earth, if OneWeb is successful, this could drive the prices for the internet way down and possibly be made free. Internet access for the whole world could provide better learning opportunities and possibly allow people to create and develop technology that may hugely impact our way of living. Not only is space exploration important for understanding the Earth, but there are just some things that are just not possible on Earth, with gravity affecting the things we do. We all know the four states of matter, like solid, liquid, gas, and plasma, but there is another state of matter that was discovered but very hard to produce, which is called Bose-Einstein condensate. We have observed it on Earth, but when in space, it isn't affected by gravity, making it easier to produce and understand how and why it happens. This new state of matter could change the way we look at the world we live in. As Kelly Angeli states at the beginning of the presentation, she is the host of an outer space TV show on Fox called Exploration Outer Space. The statement at the beginning of the presentation foreshadows that her argument is counterintuitive because she works on a space exploration show. This was the start of her sarcasm to show the people who don't think space exploration is good. Space exploration is not only good, but it affects us on a daily basis and could hugely affect us in the future with new technology. Not only is this technology used to understand what is happening to Earth and the ever-changing state of what humans are doing to our atmosphere. So as you may now see, space exploration and the data and technology learned for it affects us on Earth and changes the way we live every day. New technology could help us see if we are potentially past a point of no return to which we might have to leave Earth and live on another planet to save humankind. With no system or company in place to do that, we might just end up like the dinosaurs.